Hi there, and welcome back to Timeless Wisdom. Are you a woman over 60 who feels like your stomach is always unsettled or bubbling? You might think it's just part of getting older, but often the real reason is right on your plate. Over the years, I've seen many women struggle with unexpected gas, bloating, and those embarrassing moments that can really affect your day-to-day comfort. The surprising truth is, there are certain foods that can trigger these issues far more than most people realize. In today's video, I'll reveal 6 foods that commonly cause digestive trouble for women in their golden years. But don't worry, I'll also suggest simple, tasty alternatives that can help you feel better, so you can enjoy your meals and your life with confidence. And before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed more gas or bloating after turning 60? What changes have you made to your diet, if any? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might help others too. If you enjoy this kind of helpful advice, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom, and share this video with a friend who could use some extra digestive support. Now, let's get started on this journey to a happier, healthier you. 1. Broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. Let's start with one of the most surprising culprits: broccoli and its relatives in the cruciferous vegetable family. I know, these are the very foods you've been told your whole life are good for you. And it's true, they're packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber that support heart health, bone density, and digestion. But here's what they don't tell you as loudly. For women over 60, these vegetables can also cause an awful lot of gas. The reason is something called raffinose, a complex sugar found in broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Your body doesn't have the enzymes to break it down fully. Instead, it passes through to your gut, where your bacteria happily ferment it like a little science project. And what happens when bacteria ferment sugars? That's right, gas methane, hydrogen, carbon dioxide all bubbling up, leaving you bloated and frankly gassy. Now, when we're younger, our gut bacteria are more balanced and efficient. But as we age, the gut slows down, digestion takes longer, and those sugars have extra time to ferment. That's why broccoli might not have caused you any trouble at 40, but now at 70, it's a different story. I've had women tell me, "Doctor, I ate a healthy stir-fry for lunch, and by dinner, I sounded like a trumpet section." You're not alone. If you notice this happening, try cooking these vegetables thoroughly. It breaks down some of those tough fibers. But for some women, even that's not enough. 2. Beans and lentils. Beans. Lentils. Chickpeas, they're often praised as affordable superfoods packed with protein and fiber. But for women our age, these little legumes can cause big problems. Beans contain something called oligosaccharides, a type of carbohydrate that your body can't fully digest on its own. Instead, it travels undigested to your colon, where, you guessed it, gut bacteria go to work fermenting those sugars into gas. This is why beans have such a reputation for causing bloating, cramping, and flatulence. But here's what's especially tricky for older women. As we age, our digestive systems become less tolerant of these formidable carbs. What used to cause a little minor discomfort in your 30s can now lead to a full day of bloating, trapped gas, and discomfort. One woman told me she had soup with lentils at lunch and thought she was having a heart attack by dinner. The pressure and bloating were that intense. And trust me, I've heard that story more than once. If you love beans, try soaking them overnight and rinsing them thoroughly before cooking. This helps reduce some of the problematic sugars. Still, moderation is key. A small amount is fine, but a whole plate you might want to keep your calendar clear for the next 24 hours. 3. Artificial sweeteners. Let's talk about something sneaky hiding in many of your guilt-free treats. Artificial sweeteners. I'm talking about sorbitol, xylitol, maltitol, those sugar substitutes found in sugar-free gum, mints, candies, protein bars, even some yogurts, and baked goods. The problem: your body can't fully digest these sweeteners. They travel to your colon where, Yet again, your gut bacteria throw a fermentation party. The result? Gas, bloating, diarrhea, and cramps sometimes within hours of consuming them. One patient of mine thought she had caught a stomach bug. Turns out it was from a bag of sugar-free cough drops she'd been nursing for days. These sweeteners pull water into the intestines, slow digestion, and create extra gas. For some women, even a few pieces of sugar-free gum a day is enough to cause major digestive upset. So, read your labels carefully. Sugar-free might sound healthier, but for your gut, it can mean a whole lot more gas than you bargained for. 4. Onions and garlic. Now, let's move on to a pair of troublemakers hiding in just about every recipe. Onions and garlic. They might be delicious. They might make your sauces, stews, and roasts taste better. But they also come with a digestive price that gets steeper as we age. Onions and garlic contain something called fructans, which are a type of carbohydrate known to cause gas, bloating, and digestive distress, particularly in older women. Why? Because as our bodies age, the enzymes and gut bacteria responsible for breaking down complex sugars like fructans aren't as robust as they used to be. Fructans ferment quickly in your intestines. They don't get fully digested in the stomach or small intestine. So by the time they reach your colon, they've basically become a free buffet for your gut bacteria. And what happens when bacteria feast on undigested carbohydrates? That's right, gas, and lots of it. It's not just the obvious culprits either. Onions show up in salad dressings, soups, marinades, even some seasoning blends. Garlic sneaks into everything from pasta sauces to store-bought dips. And while small amounts might not cause a huge issue for everyone, some women notice even a hint of raw onion can leave them bloated and burping for hours. One of my patients once told me, "Doctor, I thought I had indigestion from my dinner, but it turned out it was the onion in the salad dressing." That's how sneaky it can be. If you love the flavor but hate the side effects, try cooking onions and garlic thoroughly. This can help break down some of the offending compounds, or use infused oils to get the flavor without the fiber. Little changes like this can make a big difference in your day and in your dignity. 5. Dairy. Yes, even milk in your tea. This one pains a lot of women to hear. I've had many patients say, "Oh, no, not my tea," or, "But I've had milk my whole life. Surely that can't be the problem now." And yet, dairy intolerance is one of the most common causes of gas and bloating in older women, even if you never had a problem with it before. Here's the simple truth. As we age, our bodies produce less lactase, the enzyme responsible for breaking down lactose, which is the sugar found in dairy. Without enough lactase, that milk in your coffee, that slice of cheese, or that bowl of ice cream doesn't get properly digested. Instead, it travels to your colon where, you guessed it, the bacteria ferment it, causing bloating, cramping, and yes, more gas than you bargained for. For some women, this shows up as subtle discomfort. For others, it's downright explosive. I've had patients describe days ruined by just a little bit of milk in their cereal. And don't be fooled into thinking it's just the obvious. Offenders like milk and ice, cream even small amounts in sauces, creams, and baked goods can sneak up on you. What's worse is the gas dairy produces often comes with a side of bloating, cramps, and even diarrhea. And trust me, no one wants to deal with that when all you wanted was a peaceful cup of tea in the afternoon. If you suspect dairy might be sabotaging your stomach, try switching to lactose-free options or plant-based milks like almond, oat, or soy. Many women find these alternatives allow them to enjoy their favorite rituals without the gassy consequences. 6. Carbonated drinks. Yes, even sparkling water. And finally, let's talk about one of the most overlooked but surprisingly powerful contributors to gas. Carbonated drinks. I know a lot of older women who have swapped sugary sodas for sparkling water, thinking it's a healthier choice. And in many ways, it is. But if you're dealing with excessive gas, bloating, or that uncomfortable tight waistband feeling after meals, you might want to reconsider those bubbles. Carbonated beverage sodas, sparkling waters, even champagne introduce extra air directly into your digestive system. Every fizzy sip sends carbon dioxide into your stomach. While some of that air might come back up as a polite burp, much of it travels through your intestines, eventually needing to exit from the other end. The problem intensifies when you combine fizzy drinks with other gas-producing foods like beans, dairy, or cruciferous vegetables. It's like creating a perfect storm inside your gut, fermentation from the foods plus literal air from your drink. That's why so many women complain of feeling puffed up like a balloon after a meal, even when they've eaten small portions. And yes, even the healthier options like sparkling mineral water or kombucha aren't innocent. In fact, some kombucha contains both carbonation and trace amounts of fermentable sugar, so a double whammy for sensitive digestive systems. One of my patients joked that she felt like she was carrying around her own personal air compressor after a week of drinking flavored sparkling waters. She switched back to herbal teas and plain still water. And guess what? The bloating vanished. Final thoughts. If you want to keep your stomach calm and enjoy your day without worrying about unexpected noises or discomfort, try skipping fizzy drinks. Choose still water, soothing herbal teas, or naturally flavored water with a slice of lemon or cucumber instead. These simple changes can make a noticeable difference, helping your digestive system feel lighter and more at ease. Remember, small steps can lead to big improvements in your daily comfort and confidence. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a like. Subscribe to Timeless Wisdom for more practical advice and share it with friends who might benefit too. Let's continue this journey to better health together. See you in the next video.